Welcome back to the Ancestral Findings podcast. September has always felt like a month of new beginnings to me. The air cools down, the leaves start to change, kids head back to school, and the lazy pace of summer gives way to a fresh routine. And it's actually a wonderful time to work on family history. Genealogy isn't something we only do in the summertime when we're traveling or meeting up with family. Each season has its own rhythm and its own opportunities to make progress, and September is no exception. So let's talk about some genealogy projects that are perfect for this time of year. I've put together 10 of them, little things you can do right now that will move your research forward and maybe even bring your family closer together. First up, this is a great month to update your family tree software. I know it's not the most glamorous task, but it's like sharpening your tools before you head into the workshop. Programs and websites are always rolling out new features, and keeping everything current can make the rest of your work smoother and a whole lot easier. Even an hour spent here can pay off later. Next, think about all the discoveries you made over the summer. Maybe you took a road trip to your ancestors' hometown, maybe you snapped photos at cemeteries, or maybe you just sat around at a family reunion listening to old stories. Don't let those treasures sit in a shoebox or on your phone. September is the perfect time to organize them, label them, and upload them into your records while the memories are still fresh. Here's another idea. Plan a virtual family reunion. I know September is busy with back-to-school schedules and work, but that's exactly why a simple online get-together works so well. You don't have to travel, and yet everyone can hop on a call and share stories, letters, or photos. Sometimes the most unexpected details come out in conversations like that. This is also a smart time to stop and check your goals. The year isn't over yet, but it's far enough along that you can see what you've accomplished and what still needs attention. Maybe you wanted to prove a connection, or maybe you meant to write down your grandparents' stories. Take a look at where you stand and adjust your plan for the months ahead. If you want to get out of the house, September is a quiet month for archives and libraries. Families are busy, so research rooms aren't as crowded as they were in the summer. That means you can spend some peaceful time digging into collections, and you'll often find archivists and librarians who are happy to point you toward things you might have missed. And while we're on the subject of fall, don't forget the traditions of the season. Harvest festivals, All Hallows Day, Thanksgiving on the horizon. Our ancestors celebrated all of these in their own ways. Dig into those customs. You might even stumble across an old recipe or a practice you can bring back to life in your own family celebrations. Another project worth doing is to revisit census records. I know, we've all looked at them dozens of times, but every pass can bring something new to light. Pay attention to little details you may have skimmed over before: neighbors, occupations, literacy notes. Sometimes those overlooked details can unlock whole new branches of your research. Mapping your ancestors' movements is another rewarding project for this time of year. Whether they immigrated from overseas or simply moved from the countryside into town, putting their journeys on a map gives you a visual story. It's one thing to know your family came from Virginia and ended up in Ohio, but seeing the journey step by step on a map makes it come alive. Timelines are also incredibly useful. Try laying out the births, marriages, deaths, and major life events in order. Add in a few historical notes to give context. Suddenly, you're not just looking at dates. You're looking at your family's story unfolding alongside history, and that's something you can easily share with others. Finally, don't keep your discoveries to yourself. At the end of the month, share your progress. Put together a simple newsletter or blog post, or even just send an email to your family. You'll be surprised how many relatives appreciate being kept in the loop, and who knows? Someone might respond with a story, a photo, or a document you've never seen before. So there you go, 10 projects that fit September perfectly. This month is about change, about fresh starts, and about setting the stage for the rest of the year. By picking up even a couple of these ideas, you'll move your research forward and maybe inspire your family along the way. If you've got a hard-to-find ancestor you're stuck on, I'd love to hear about it. Just head over to ancestralfindings.com and click on Contact to send me a message. While you're there, take advantage of our free weekly genealogy lookups. Explore thousands of articles and enjoy hundreds of podcast episodes. We've been helping family history researchers since 1995. And if you're looking for even more, check out our Genealogy Gold Q&A series over on Patreon. Thanks for listening, and as always, happy searching.